Hello all my lovely students. Today we are going to talk about LCD, which means lowest common denominator or least common denominator. If you watched my last video on equivalent fractions, that's basically turning a fraction into an equal sized fraction, but it looks like the number's getting bigger. And with LCD, usually we start off with a big fraction and it looks like it's getting smaller. So we're actually going to start off with a really big number today. So here, let's just start off with 12 over 48, for example. So we're going to try and find, since equivalent fractions are multiplying, we're going the opposite this time. So we have to use our division skills. So we have to find a number that both of these can have divided. So if you know your 12 times tables, you'll know that both of these numbers actually are divisible by 12. So let's just divide both of these by 12, because remember, whatever we do to the top, we do to the bottom. Have to keep it balanced. So we're going to do 12 divided by 12. That's 1. And then 48 divided by 12 is going to be 4. Excellent job. Okay, so now that we've done that little bit of a warm-up, we're going to go even bigger. That's right. Let's do 100 divided by 400. Yes, big number. But don't get scared. It's going to be easy, because you already know how to chop numbers in half. You know your 2 times tables, and you know these are both even numbers. So we can chop both of these in half. We can divide them by 2. Divided by 2. 100 divided by 2. So 100 chopped in half, you know that's 50. And 400 chopped in half, or 400 divided by 2, you know that that's 200. Okay, that's our first step. The thing is, though, when I look at this number, I know both of these are still even numbers, so that means we can still divide them by 2. So on a test, if you were trying to find lowest common denominator for this number and you just stopped at this one, you wouldn't get it right, because that is not the lowest we can go. How low can you go? That's our motto with lowest common denominator. So we can still make this smaller. So if they're both even, we can still chop them in half again. We can still divide them both by 2. So 50 chopped in half is going to be 25. And 200 chopped in half is going to be 100. And now you're probably thinking, oh, well, that's not an even number anymore, so that must be the lowest I can go. No, because it doesn't just mean chopping it in half. It means dividing it by something that can go into both of these numbers. And if you know money, quarters, dollars, you know that 4 quarters makes $1. So we know that we can divide both of these numbers by 25. So let's do that. Divide by 25, divide by 25. So 25 divided by 25 is 1. 100 divided by 25, we already said, was 4. So now we're at this number, 1 over 4, 1 quarter, or 1/4. And now we need to say, can I divide this by anything else? And the answer is, well, we can divide it by 1, but that would still stay the same number. So no, the answer is we can't make this any smaller. It is the smallest that it can get. So we're going to end with 1 over 4. That is the lowest common denominator. And if you put that on a test, you would get the point for it. So try this yourself. Come up with a big fraction and test it out. See how low you can reduce it. Good luck.